It's the New Mexico Lobos and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Back in Norman, you can feel the excitement building for this Oklahoma Sooner football season. A bounce back here for Brent Venables, 10-3 in the college football playoff, and I can tell you, the Gaylord Family Stadium was one of the most electric I've been at in that playoff run. Can the Sooners rebuild and reload for this season and keep that consistency going with another college football playoff appearance? Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will take the field first. In this offense, the tight end always seems to be open, and the quarterback always knows where to find him, Jesse.
These two are really special. I think they're going to be up for the individual awards for their respective positions at the end of the year. But, David, when this offense gets going, I really like how early they try to get the tight end involved in games. It shouldn't be any different in this one. He's a massive part of what they do throw him.
And I think that's the biggest problem, to have a great quarterback. He knows exactly where he's looking. I'm going to my great tight end. It's good individual matchups. How do you want to play him? Do you want to put a safety on him? Do you want to put a linebacker on him? Like, great recognition from the QB finding a great player is not great things for the defense.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Starts to scramble to the left. He'll heave it deep. Makes the grab on the left side. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the counter. Picks up the 1st down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Dances away. Gets rid of it. It's complete on the right side. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He'll take it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown Sooners!
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays. And on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find some.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Rides to the back. Slithers into space. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Lobos send out the punt unit. Hauls it in, looking for space. Slips through the line. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Trying to get away. He's out past the 35. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. He'll set up to throw. Here's the pressure. And it's a sack.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Humphrey. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Lobos will call on their punt team. He might be afraid to kick it to him here after the first punt was taken back to the house. Here's the return. He's got great speed. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Now he's going to break the pocket. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd down, here's Robinson. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Well, no surprise to see the special teams, but you thought it might be the punter. Instead, here comes the field goal kicker. That is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Snags it quickly on the left. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The Lobos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Flips it out to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Rushes on him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. And the Lobos will punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and take it back. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Throwing on the run. Snags it on the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Sooners are threatening in the red zone. Headed to the end zone, and they will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Almost lost the football on that one, but the clock is stopped while the medical staff comes out to tend to an injured player. The Lobos will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. And there he goes. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. This is a designed run. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Powers through the defender. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. Now the play fake. Fires to the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Got it. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Here's Robinson. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They try to pop a run on the draw. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Lobos want to crank the tempo.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And here, pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. He'll field the punt and look for room. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The play action fake. Pressure coming. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll run out of the gun. Here's Xavier Robinson. There's a crease. He's down at the 27. They can't stop the clock, and this is a first down.
And how about that, man? If you're a defense, that's demoralizing. You get them in a known passing situation. They slip the run in there. All you got to do now, you're playing deep for pass, but now come up, just make the tackle. Force a 4th down. The defense could not get the back on the ground, Palmer, and he gets the first down.
Yeah, David, and better gap integrity up front, too, on defense. I know you think it's going to be passed, but that doesn't give you an excuse to get out of your lane. Everybody's thinking sack the quarterback, but now they just opened a huge crease for that running back, and he took advantage of it.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. And they finally stop, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Quarterback adapting. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Back swinging for the goal line. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Gonna run it. It's Humphrey. Breaks into the open. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Before they snap the ball on 2nd down, timeout is called. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. The pass falls incomplete. 8 seconds left. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Looking down the middle. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We kick things off with Arkansas taking on the number 3 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Razorbacks looking to make it 3 straight victories to start the new year. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Now back to your game in Norman. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Sooners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The defense takes matters into its own hands. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Scoop and score. Touchdown, Sooners.
They're winning the game, and the defense is helping out their own cause. That's the second time in this game they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. We know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but they're showing you why you cannot make mistakes and cough the football up when you play them.
Here comes the New Mexico offense onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Off play action on 1st down. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. The Sooners, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. The give on the counter. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Brought down at the 37-yard line, in this defense denies them on 3rd down. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And the Sooners decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Floats it out in space. Great job. Attainment and the tackling, they stop him for no gain. And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on second down. Oh, they're after him. Makes the catch. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Lobos will send out the punt unit. He's got it. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. On the ground with the counter. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. To the air, it's Mateer. Quarterback floating away from pressure. The defense sort of hurts this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. Looks as if it's the junior linebacker who's still down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He'll run it again. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Under fire. And they got it. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. And the Lobos will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Can they catch him? Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Makes his man miss. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. The Sooners are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. Bust through behind his pad. And he's in. Pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Here come the Lobos to get things going on offense. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. The Lobos. A long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Back to the ground with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Timeout called by the defense. 2:09 remaining on the clock. Out of the gun to give to the back. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Lobos will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. He's going to get loose. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the back. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. He'll try it again. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He'll try to get to the marker himself. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those